In this vibrational world, if you want something, all you have to do is match your frequency to that frequency. It's about matching frequencies. So if you want something, all you have to do is become a vibrational match to your desire consistently on a consistent basis. And to be a vibrational match to your desire, you just have to feel good about it. And there are many ways that you can do that. You can script about it. You can talk about why you want it. That's probably the best way, to talk about why you want it. Because when you think about your desire, there are a lot of questions that sort of arise. And many of these questions you don't really have answers to, like about the details, the specific details. For example, like when, how, where. You don't really have answers to those questions, and so those questions bog you down. They cause resistance. They cause you to clog up your ability to receive. So instead of asking all those detailed questions, ask yourself the one answer that you always have, the question that you have answer to, which is why. Why do you want your manifestation? And when you talk about why your manifestation, it's not about getting all the words that sound good out there because the universe needs to hear them. It's about you slowing down and actually feeling every single word. So you're not just saying, well, it feels easy, it feels like flow, it feels like fun, it feels like joy. You're actually taking the time to feel the resonance, because you're in such a hurry to manifest what you want that you're not really taking the time to be satisfied with the vibrational version. Everything that you want is here right now, and it's here vibrationally. It has become the vibrational form. That is the law-based understanding. That is the truth of your reality. Everything that you want becomes a vibrational reality. Small, big, whatever the size is. If life has caused you to want it, then it has become a vibrational reality. But the question is, instead of learning to perceive that vibration, instead of getting familiar with that vibration of your more abundance, are you instead talking about the absence of abundance? Is that interesting? What are you spending more of your time? What is your consistency about? Because when we talk about consistency in the human world, or in the action world, consistency feels like I have to keep doing over and over again. It feels like, repeating mantras. It feels like that. But the thing is, law of attraction is what makes things consistent. You know what's really consistent? Your beliefs. And the thing about your beliefs is that your beliefs are things, they're just active, dominant vibrations that you can change. You can shift all your beliefs. You can shift all of your vibrations. You don't have to live the same what is all the time. You can actually change what is, but you have to become a vibrational match. You can't be a little bit of a match to it and more of a match to the absence of it. You have to be a full vibrational match to your desire. And law of attraction helps you out, because when you think a thought for 17 seconds, you know what happens? You get another thought. Another thought. The thing is, you're not really used to thinking in that way. You're used to being a little sloppy in your thinking, because that's why if you're not experiencing what you want, it's because you're not a vibrational match to it. That's the only reason why. And the reason why you're not a vibrational match to it is because you're too busy observing the absence of it. Because when you talk about why you want it, you get a bead on the vibrational feeling of it. You get a beat on the vibrational version, but the feeling isn't enough. You get into that sort of, I need to make it happen, because if I don't make it happen, then how is it going to happen? But the thing is, all you need to do is ask once, and once you ask, that desire, it has become a reality. And the question is that reality enough for you? Can you be satisfied with the vibrational version? And usually you can be satisfied with the vibrational version, but when you look around, then your desire, the nature of your desire doesn't feel pure anymore. It feels like yearning. It feels like yearning when there's something that you really want, and you really have the desire part really active. So when you look at your reality and you take score and you notice that what you want isn't here yet, then it hits you harder. Then you have more work to do, because it's relative. When a car is going 100 miles per hour and hits a tree, then that's a really big problem than a car that's driving only 5 miles per hour and hits a tree. So, but that doesn't mean that you have to take away your desire, because your desire is your desire, and you can't help but want it. Life has caused you to want it, and your vortex is now holding all of your desires. So you have a relationship with that desire. So your job now is to be a consistent vibrational match. And all genius really is attention to one subject. That's all genius is. And so if genius is only attention to one subject, then it's about consistency, right? Because that's what genius is. Genius is just about consistency. It's about consistent attention to one subject. But what helps you with consistency? Because the definition of consistency is law of attraction. Law of attraction is momentum, and momentum is what makes things more consistent. Because when things are more consistent, then there's more momentum. They keep popping up over and over again. And it's the same thing with your thoughts. Sometimes it feels like your thoughts are thinking themselves, especially while you're, not when you're early in the morning, right when you wake up, but usually in midday, it feels like your thoughts are just going on autopilot, and you're just running through the same thoughts that you thought yesterday. Because many of our human friends, they don't change their thoughts, because what is the same, and all their thoughts are thought in observation of what is. But we want you to be more in observation of your emotional vibrational reality. We want you to take more time in being the genius of your vibrational vortex. This vibrational version, it is vibration, it's emotion, it's boring, but it's still something that will turn into the physical reality. Your vibrational desires will turn into the physical reality. But thing is, if you're dissatisfied with your desire right now, if you're dissatisfied on this subject because quite frankly, you're not having the physical manifestation of it, then you're not in the place, you're not a vibrational match to your desire. That's the best way to say it. You're not a vibrational match to your desire. So how do you become a vibrational match to your desire? You have to feel the way that it feels. You have to be a match to it. You have to be a vibrational match. And how do you know if you're a vibrational match to your desire? By how it feels, and also by what manifests. But when we want how it feels, we want how it feels to be the biggest sign of it manifesting, because when the emotion is enough and you don't need the reality to be sure whether or not you are a match to it, then there's no surprises. Then you really are the creator, because now you understand how to offer your own vibration. You are meant to be the genius creator, because you are genius creators. And the question is what does your desire feel like? Does it feel like yearning, like, oh, I just really want that? Because the thing is, we're here to tell you that your desires are purely meant to be fun. They're just meant to be fun. There's nothing that you're experiencing that you want to experience that you're not already experiencing on a vibrational level, little pieces of. Like, for example, the money that you want, at the most basis of the money is the freedom and the security. But it's not the freedom from the bondage of working for other people or not being able to have money and go on adventures. It's really the freedom from having thoughts, or the freedom from resistance. It's the freedom from of shortage consciousness. It's the freedom from thoughts that don't feel good anymore. That's what security is. And you're feeling that freedom, especially as you step into your creator shoes and you really understand that you're a creator. And you really start exercising your ability as a creator, because you can catch your thoughts early. When you feel a thought going in a direction that you don't want to, you stop it before the 17 seconds really take through. And then once you do that, then the thought, it doesn't get bigger. You can actually control your thought, because when a thought gets big and you try to think another thought, then law of attraction doesn't let you. It defies the law of attraction. It's like you bounce right out of it, and that thought gets bigger and bigger, and you can go general. You can slow that thought down. But the thing is, if there's too much momentum, then that thought's not going to go general. Then it's like you really got to take a nap. And so we're really reaching into a different place in this workshop where we're really talking about you and your point of attraction right here and right now, because where you are right now is the only thing that matters. But the thing about your now moment is that this now moment has a possibility to be so much more than just this physical sort of becoming, or this physical meeting of you and physical objects. Because yes, you can watch this video and you are watching, you're listening to this voice and you're watching this dazzling host who does have a stand store, who does offer monthly coaching. So definitely check that out, link in the bio. And you're also, seeing the colors, but there's so much more than this physical sort of manifestation. There's this vibrational ability that you have and acuity that you have, but the thing is, you can't see it yet. And that's what we're talking about, this vibrational world that you have not yet to discover, but you feel little tidbits of, but you could really plunge into and really start to enjoy it. Because the vibrational version of your desire, it feels good. It does feel good. It feels really fun. It feels like clarity. It feels like fun. So we want you to be okay with the emotions. We want the improved emotion. We want the emotions of clarity, fun, joy, bliss, ease, and flow. We want that to be the money that you're looking for. We want that to be the real manifestation that you're looking for, because there's no manifestation that once you get to, you're finally going to be done. Because that's our human friends. When they have that yearning feeling in their desire, then first of all, it's not going to come, because when you're yearning, you're not a match to it. When you're yearning, you have a lot of resistance, and you mix into your point of attraction. So when you have yearning in your vibration, it's really what's at the root of it is, if I can just get over there, then I'll finally be done. But the thing is, no creation is ever finished, because yes, you're yearning to get the book finished, and once that book is finished, your first creation is complete. Yeah, but now you have your second creation, which is now you got to figure out how people are going to buy it. Now you got to create the image of the marketplace where your book is going to be wanted and sought out after and bought and purchased and considered on the bestseller list. So your creations are never complete. They're always in this eternal process of becoming something more, because something more and more, that's what you're all about. You're all about the more. And yet you were down to come into this body. This body was so interesting to you, because you always understood that resistance was something that you kind of salivated over. You were like, ooh, like, I have all this power and I just need to figure out exactly what I want. And I want something that's personal to me. I don't want what's personal to my mother, my parent, the society. I want something that's personal just to me. I want to be the unique frequency, a unique match. I want to be the unique asker of questions, so I can be the unique receiver of answers. And so that's the thing, you came right into this physical experience, and you even knew that there would be resistance. You knew that there would be variety and contrast and things that you so-called wouldn't like, but you were down because the benefit would outweigh the bad experiences, the quote-unquote bad experiences. So you were down, and you mix it up, and you had a good time in the beginning, and then you sort of lost, you didn't lose your way, but you lost connection with your guidance system. So you didn't really know what was satisfying. You didn't know how to manage your point of attraction. You became a conditional lover, and you don't need to be a conditional lover anymore because you never thought that you ever would be. Because when you first decided to come into this body, you always knew that you would have a guidance system, and if it felt good to you, you would go in the direction of it. And if it felt bad to you, then, or if it didn't feel good to you, then you would stay away from it. And that's literally the basis of your guidance system, and it's true even now, even to this very moment. You can guide yourself. You don't need much help. You don't need much advice. You can take your own advice because you can guide yourself anywhere you want to go. But the thing is, on this quantifiable journey to all of you, because the thing is, all of your journeys are quantifiable. Everything that you want, you can take yourself. If you want more money, it's not a case of I hope I get there, it's a case of it exists. If I want it, it exists. So now how am I going to make my way towards it? My guidance system. And the way that you make your way towards anything is thought by thought. So is this thought going towards my desire or away from my desire? And your guidance system actually helps you with that. But the thing is, while you're on this journey, if you're only waiting for the manifestation and you don't have the manifestation, then do you know what that means? It means that the absence of your manifestation is going to take a really big place in your vibration. So don't be in it for the manifestation, be in it for the resonance, be in it for the vibrational version. And when you think about the vibrational version, while it is really general, it will speed up, and you will, because at first it's a vibrational version, and then there's vibrational consistency. And once there's vibrational consistency, then there's a consistent match or consistent receptive mode being activated. So that looks like ideas coming into your mind. So it actually starts to move. So the thought, it actually starts to develop in your mind, and you're getting more ideas about it. And the thought wasn't just the same thought that it was yesterday. It's developing. There's more ground to cover. There's more new thought, because we want you to understand that it was never about manifesting. And that's really interesting, because when you're in that place of yearning, then you're like, yeah, that's great for someone, but I want my manifestations. But when you're in pure desire, because you're either yearning or you're in pure desire, meaning the desire is completely without resistance. But when you're yearning, there's a lot of resistance in your desire. And that literally, the difference between the two is actually what you can sort of gauge whether or not you're a match to your desire or you're not. Because a desire that feels good to you is pure, meaning there's no activation about where you are right now. So so continue that desire, keep talking about it, keep imagining it, keep playing it out in your mind. And think about your journey is that if the manifestation is the only thing that you're looking for, then like you said, you're not going to enjoy your journey. You're not going to have a fun journey. But your journey is so much more fun than you think, because you're going to be on this journey for all of eternity. So enjoy the manifestations all along the way. And because all of your manifestations are for certain. And if all of your manifestations are for certain, because every time you ask for something, it's literally given to you. So if they're for certain, then there's only one question. Why? Yes, there's only one question. Why? Well, there's also another question. When? That's the only sort of question, is the when. When am I going to experience it? And the when is totally decided by you. You're the one who holds the key to the when, because the source is not becoming ready for you. You're becoming ready for source. And so you want to take it easy. You want to go general about it. You want to have fun with it. You don't want to pressure yourself. But how can you put yourself in a better place of receiving? How can you put yourself in a place where time is not something that you have to worry about? Well, you have to understand that time, the future doesn't matter, because you're not there. The only thing that matters is this now moment. This now moment has the ability to yield you so much more. Your moments have the ability to yield you so much more, but it's all about how you feel. The more you feel, the more you're able to receive, the more you're able to perceive. And the more you can perceive, then the more that the perceived absence is not something a player. So time is completely irrelevant, because when the problem and the solution are in two different frequencies. But the thing is, when you're in the problem, you can't see the solution, and when you're in the solution, you can't see the problem. And that's the thing about tuning. When you're in the solution, the problem completely goes away. And that's what's really interesting for you, because when you're in the vibrational version, you're not looking for it anymore. You're fully living the vibrational version of your desire. So there's no absence. So there's that consistency, and there's that receiving, meaning it's not just an idea in your mind anymore. It's something that you can feel. It's taking shape in the form of ideas, and it's gathering momentum, because we're talking about your ability to perceive. So yes, be a vibrational match to you want, and be a consistent vibrational match. And consistency is helped by the law of attraction. So it's best said, and it's best wrapped up as choose a thought and use your guidance system to be wary, or be sure, does this thought feel good? And the more general you are, meaning the more vague you are about the details, then the more you can really find your footing on that subject, especially when it's a subject like money, or it's your career, or maybe you're an artist, you're writing, your music, your YouTube channel, your filmmaking career, whatever it is. Step back really general. And the most general that you can step back, and we know that you can, is by first acknowledging, if you can, that not one, law of attraction exists, 2, you are source energy, and 3, what you want does exist vibrationally. All of you can get there. And if you can get to the point where you're stepping back and be like, okay, it does exist vibrationally, then you're in a place where you can actually start to receive.